This how-to guide will walk you through how to prepare, send, and manage requests for proposals on Pipeline Bio. A request for proposal, or RFP, is a structured document that sets out what you need from a provider in enough detail that they can respond with an accurate proposal and quote. It sets out your project scope, requirements, and expectations. For teams outsourcing scientific work, a well-written RFP is one of the highest leverage documents they can produce. It lets providers come back with an accurate quote faster, with fewer clarity-seeking back and forths. It also forces the decisions that drive cost and feasibility to the surface early. Additionally, a well-drafted RFP signals preparedness to the provider and gets the relationship off to a strong start, setting the foundation for a productive relationship. To begin, open the navigation panel and select My RFPs. This is where you create and manage every RFP for your team. You can create one from Pipeline Bio's template or upload your own document. First, click Create New. This opens a blank draft built from the Pipeline Bio template. The template captures what a provider needs to prepare a meaningful proposal. Give your RFP a clear title, then set out your objectives and scope. Here, describe what you are trying to achieve, include the primary goal of the study and any key secondary outcomes. Next, provide background information. You can summarize the scientific or strategic context for the project and explain why the study is being conducted and how it fits into your development program. It can also help to include relevant technical data and development history here. Next, specify the deliverables required and the specific outputs you expect. This might include a final report, datasets, statistical analysis, or whether you require a good laboratory practice or similar statement. Detail any items or resources that you will provide in the client-provided items or resources section. These may include the test article, protocol draft, or prior data, which helps providers understand what will be available to them. If you have compliance requirements, for example, that your provider maintains good clinical practice standards, specify them in the compliance requirements section. Your expected timelines, including preferred start date, study duration, and report delivery deadlines, can be specified in the Schedule Requirements section. It is important to include key project milestone constraints here. If timelines are flexible, indicate this, as it may improve pricing or availability. State the key project assumptions that providers should use when preparing their proposal, such as species, number of subjects, number of sites, or dosing duration. These assumptions ensure providers are pricing the same scope of work. Provide an estimated budget range if available. This helps providers assess feasibility and propose appropriately scoped solutions. Even a broad range helps avoid proposals that are misaligned with your funding constraints. In the additional comments section, you might wish to include proposal evaluation criteria. Is there extra information you need to know about the provider or their personnel to help you decide whether to proceed with the proposal and quote? Supporting materials can be uploaded in the attachments section. This is also where you can upload your own RFP document instead of using the template if preferred. Finally, click Save to create the document. Your saved requests appear in the My RFP section, and you can filter them by keyword search. Click Edit to update an RFP at any time and click the down arrow to expand it and see its contents. Need support scoping your RFP? Complete the template, then click Get Support to set up a 30-minute scoping session with a Pipeline Bio team member. We'll help you refine your RFP and identify suitable providers based on the information you've provided. RFPs are sent as attachments to inquiries to providers. First, find a relevant provider or capability in the directory of providers or Catalogue of Capabilities. To learn more about searching for capabilities, see the How to Search for Capabilities how-to guide linked in the description. Fill out the inquiry, select your RFP from the drop-down, then click Send. The provider now has access to your RFP and will be notified of edits that you make to it. You can send the same RFP to multiple providers in separate inquiries. Provider responses will arrive in the My Enquiries section. Click View Chat on the relevant inquiry to open the communication channel, which is where you will receive and send messages. Toggle Enable Notifications at the top right to be notified of new messages via email. Closing the inquiry will withdraw provider access to the RFP. You can generate an auditable summary report of your provider outreach by clicking the ellipses and then Generate Report. The report is downloadable as a PDF and details which providers you have reached out to and which providers have access to your RFP. The summary report will be downloadable from the expanded view by clicking the down arrow. Want automated provider suggestions? Click Generate Suggestions, and the platform will match your completed RFP against the full database of providers and list them in the expanded view. The ellipses menu also holds options to duplicate or delete an RFP, and to communicate internally with team members with a shared account. That is how you prepare, send, and manage RFPs on Pipeline Bio. Get started at pipelinebio.com.